Today, I would like to take you through a mini strength training practice that you can do right from home, even if you're just starting out a strength training program. Welcome to Mini Movements featuring strength training. My name is Dominique, and I am the owner of Body Mind Fitness. So, a lot of the clients that come and see me, they come with goals like having more energy, being able to get up and down to play with their kids, being able to just do things in everyday life. So, when we're creating a strength training program for those specific reasons, we want to focus on what is known as functional movements. They involve some sort of squat, some sort of hinge at the hips, a pushing action, a pulling action. Then we layer in some single leg movement, some rotation, and of course, some core work. So I'm going to take you through 4 movement practices today that's only going to feature some of them, and all you're going to need is a couple of dumbbells. Now, if you don't have dumbbells at home, no big deal at all. You can grab a couple of soup cans. You can grab a couple of water bottles that are filled up. These will be enough for today. So when I am working with people in a one-to-one setting, whether it's here at the studio or through my app-based online program, we start with very simple movements. But I know you don't have time to waste, so our first movement today is actually going to be a compound movement. We're going to take the squat and a pushing action, and we're going to bring them together. So you're going to need to go grab yourself your weights. And then we're going to bring them up and rest them on the shoulder. That way your arms aren't working too hard, but we're still getting the benefits of the weight. So standing with your feet anywhere from hips to shoulder distance apart, we're going to start with a breath in. And as you exhale, get your ribs down and neutral and brace your core. From here, we're going to inhale, pushing the bum back and down. As you exhale and come up, press the weights overhead. Bring the weights down and come back down into your squat. And then once again, press the weights overhead. So a lot of times when we're squatting, we are thinking about the action of bending the knees. It's the most obvious thing that is moving. But when we push our bum back and down, this allows us to get really good technique and take the load out of the knees. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's do 2 more. Perfect. From here, we're going to be moving into a bent over row. Now, a lot of times we do this kind of in the air, but again, if you're brand new, I really want us to be mindful of the lower back. So you can go ahead and grab a chair. You can also do this with an ottoman, a fitness bench, anything that you have around, and we're going to need one of the weights. So from here, we're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart. You're going to hold the weight with your right hand and you're going to step your right foot back just a little bit. Then we're going to come forward, bringing our hand onto the chair, and you can bend your left knee as needed. We're looking to create a nice long spine. Now go ahead and just start off by drawing the shoulder blade in towards the spine. We just want to make sure we have that movement down. Then we can layer on, where we slide the shoulder blade towards the spine, we bend the elbow and we tuck it at the top, and then we inhale back down, keeping the spine nice and long. Exhale to the top, inhale down, keeping your core braced throughout. 2 more. Perfect. I'm going to place the weight down and we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So this time, taking the weight in the left hand, the left leg steps out of the way, hinge from the place where your pants crease, bring your hand down onto the chair. And once again, just start with a couple of shoulder blades sliding in towards the spine. We just want to make sure, again, we're getting that action. Then when you're ready, add on the bending of the elbow. And we're doing this shoulder blade sliding in towards the spine just to make sure that we are getting the work into the back and it doesn't just become an arm movement. Again, we're exhaling to the top, inhaling to the down, exhaling down. And last one. Excellent. For our next two movements, we are going to come down to the floor, and we're going to start off with a glute bridge. So this is going to take care of that hinge action. Coming into constructive rest, at least this is a yoga term, with your feet hip distance apart, we're going to scooch the heels in towards the bum as close as you can, trying to get our shins perpendicular to the floor. Then from here, we're going to start by just exhaling and pressing through the feet. Feel the back of your legs activating. Feel your glutes activating. And then inhale and let go. And that's how we're going to start our glute bridge. So we're going to exhale and push, feel that activation, and then take that activation and press your hips towards the ceiling. Inhale back down. As you exhale and press towards the top, we're going to give the bum a little squeeze. And try to lift your hips as high as they can go without overextending through the lower back. Let's do two more. Let's make our way over now onto our hands and knees, coming into our last movement today, which is a plank shoulder tap. So just know that this can be done from the knees or the toes, and we just want to make sure that we're not shifting our hips from side to side. So let's bring our wrists underneath the shoulders and then bring our knees back into a long tabletop. Now you can have your toes untucked or tucked. To me, it's just a matter of what's more comfortable. If you want to bring the knees off the floor, go ahead and press into the heels to pick up those knees, creating a long line with the body. From here, we're going to take one hand, tap it towards opposite shoulder, and bring it back down. And as you're doing this, you're trying to keep the body really, really still, and we're trying to continuously breathe. I like to exhale when one hand comes off the floor, inhale when the hand is back down on the floor. And again, as long as we're continuing to breathe, that's what counts. Let's do one more on each side. And then go ahead and take a break from that. So that's it. 4 movements for you. Squat to overhead press, a bent over row, a glute bridge, and then of course our core work comes in with those plank shoulder taps. You can do each one of these exercises for 8 to 12 repetitions, and you can repeat them through 3 to 4 times total. So 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions each. If you have the ability to play around with the different weights, definitely give yourself something that you feel like you're just about done by the time that you are finished that particular exercise. So I always say like a 7 out of 10 is a pretty good place to be. I know you've got this. And if you're looking for more support, why don't you come see me here at Body Mind Fitness, whether again, it's here in studio in London in good old Lambeth, Ontario, or online from anywhere around the world. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how these movements feel. And I can't wait to connect with you again very soon. Bye for now.